Hi, Scentsy family. It's our day. We've watched our fellow Scentsy consultants from around the country have their spring sprints the last few weeks, and it's finally our day in Lansing, Michigan. So the last few weeks I've been practicing a lot at home, but my audience has been my dog, and he's deaf. And so you are all just a little bit more intimidating than my poor Cocker Spaniel. So I am Patty Knight from South Bend, Indiana. Go Irish. I started my Scentsy journey 4 years ago. At the time, we had 2 engaged daughters planning their weddings just 3 months apart, and I remember thinking, how in the world are we going to do this? So I had been buying Scentsy for about a year, and one day I thought, I think I could do this. So I asked my husband what he thought. Could I spend the $99? And honestly, his exact words were, "You've spent $99 on dumber things." So I took that as a yes. I clicked the button.
He goes, "I didn't say that."
And then I called Erin Shiflett. She was already my consultant. Now she is my superstar director. And I told her, I said, all in the world I want to do is make a couple $100 a month, put into the wedding fund. That's it. And she said, if that's all you want to do, that's a piece of cake. She said, the real money will come from recruiting and building a team. And I said, I just want to do my sales. And then 4 days later, I got a recruit. And I'm like, dang it, I don't need him. And then 2 weeks later, I got another one. I'm like, what am I going to do with these people? I can't take care of myself. So anyway, all of a sudden, I saw my rank change. And then I got my first commission check. I'm like, okay, might be something to what Erin said. And I started building a team, and I started wanting parties. So my goal quickly became to book 10 parties a month. So that is what I'm here to talk to you today, is about planting seeds, filling your calendar, and booking parties. I try to challenge myself to speak to at least 3 people a day about my business. Oh, I have to click, sorry. Aha, don't text, don't email, don't send a Facebook message. Pick up the phone and talk to them. I have a Scentsy friend, Tabitha Brown, and Tabitha has a great Wish, Hope, Dream blog. And on there she has a cute story that I'd like to share. And as an example, you text one of your friends and ask them to do a Scentsy party for you, and you don't hear back from them. So the first thing you assume is she's blowing you off, she doesn't want to do a party. Now you get down on yourself, I can't get any parties because she didn't even text me back. When the reality was that she got your text and she really wants to do a party. But when she got your text, she also got a phone call from her husband, and he locked his keys in the car. And he needed her to bring him the spare set. So she grabs the 2-year-old up, puts the 2-year-old starts to put him in the car, and he throws up. All over her, all over him. So she rushes back in, changes clothes, changes the 2-year-old's clothes, gets out to the car, puts him in the car seat, gets behind the wheel, and she hasn't got any keys. The keys are in the house on the kitchen counter, and she locked the door. So now, your text and the fact that she wants to do a Scentsy party are so far in the back of her mind that she doesn't even remember. So have your calendar, pick up the phone and call her. Get her to pinpoint a date right then and there on the phone, and I guarantee you there won't be a throwing up child and there won't be any lost car keys. Okay. So when I see blank spots on my calendar, I immediately start going after my hostesses. Here in February, I'm already booking out towards the end of March, even into the 1st of April. I'm always 6 weeks out. Last summer, something that worked for me, I stocked up on a whole bunch of those cute little jack plug-ins that were in our discontinued section. So every time I would put a party in over the summer, I'd get a couple more jacks. I went to convention, they had them there, I stocked up on another dozen jacks. When I came home in August and I started doing my August parties, I immediately told my hostesses, book a September or October party, little jack is all yours. Trust me, it didn't take long. All 3 dozen of my little jacks were gone, and my September and October calendar was full. So you've got your home parties, you've picked up the phone, you've got some parties. Now let's get our guests arriving and let's plant some seeds for future bookings. Planting seeds at your existing parties is how you'll fill your calendar for the future. Whether it's a Scentsy-inspired seed as 10% off month in February and August, or your Bring Back My Bar months in January and July, right? Or inspired like my little jack plug-in. It can be whatever you want, but use those to your advantage. Use those to get your hostesses for future months. Okay. So seed one, this is my first seed. As my guests arrive at a party, I hand them their folder with their catalog, order form, all the things they needed for their party. And I also hand them a pair of dice. This is as close to a game as I get. I ask them to roll the dice and roll whatever number at the top of their order form. They write that number, and that's it. As they begin to fill out their wish list for the evening and their order forms, I then let them know that, just in case you're thinking about it, if you'd like to book a party for next month, that number that you wrote at the top of your order form, you can get your warmer for that price. I do ask them, I found out that this gets me 2 to 3 bookings, usually from every party. Now, I do ask them that they pay for the warmer that night. If they rolled a 5, they go ahead and pay for it. They pick their warmer, they pay for it. But I don't deliver it until the night that they do their party, because then I can make a big deal out of it in front of everyone, hold up the warmer, look what Jane got for rolling the dice at the last party. She gets a $5 warmer. So with that announcement, now you've planted that first seed in the back of their mind. They're already thinking, I rolled a 4. Maybe, just maybe, I can get that $4 warmer. Seed 2, keep it simple. I speak briefly. I'm not a game-playing consultant, but feel out your crowd. If they're a game-playing bunch and you want to play a game, there's nothing wrong with it. This is just the simplicity that works for me. I don't go through the whole catalog page by page by page. I point out the warmer of the month, the combine and save page, just the highlights. Of course, with the March catalog, new products, I will go into a little bit more depth. I don't sit in a circle and pass every warmer around hand to hand. People know that they can come to my parties, very open house format, sniff, snack, talk to their friends, get what they want. This is the format my customers have come to expect, so it's what works for me. This doesn't mean that if you're playing games, you're doing things wrong. Just feel out your crowd. You'll be able to tell early on what works for them. And of course, if I have new customers there that need a little extra hand-holding through the catalog, of course, I take them off to the side and work with them on a little bit more one-on-one basis. So remember, as your guests, remember that your guests are more likely to book a party from you if they know you, like you, and trust you.